Hello and welcome to another installment of Dynamic Currents Economic Series. This is Daniel Hayes here with Chanel Hunt. Chanel is here with us to talk about her experiences during this economic downturn in America. Women typically have experienced lower wages than men across the board in America. However, our previous recession has given them an opportunity to play catch up a bit. Also, with the unemployment rate increasing, it has hit minorities particularly hard. And we're here to speak with Chanel about some of her experiences during this turbulent time in our nation. Welcome, Chanel. Thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's pleasure's all on this side of
Okay.
the room here.
Okay.
So, I understand that you previously worked for a company that had gone out of business. What was the reason for that?
Like you said, it was just the economy. It was a recruiting company, so people were losing jobs. I'm a recruiter. If there are no jobs, no need for recruiters, and that was it.
Okay. So, what type of notice did you have as to when the company would be shutting down and start layoffs and all that sort of thing?
It was business as usual on a Friday, and then I was called into the office at about 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, I had to work the whole day. And they let me know they'd be laying me off. About a month later, I found out that a couple more employees were laid off, and then after that, I found out they were shutting down the division through, former employees, former coworkers.
Okay. So, with this new information,
hmm
what was your plan of action? What did you do?
It was actually my first time being laid off, so I didn't have a plan at that time, but luckily the market is really good for recruiters. I was able to get a job really quickly. In the interim, I got a contract recruiting position almost immediately as well, and I was able to hold that until I could get a full-time position. And there was almost no time when I was out of work, actually.
Okay, well, that's certainly quite positive.
hmm
What do you think were the factors involved in you acquiring employment so quickly?
I would say my education. That was a huge factor. I already had my master's degree at that time, so that looked pretty good. Also, the field that I chose to work in, um, it's a it's a very good field, especially in this area. So I would say recruiting, especially in the government space, it's you're just in very high demand. And if you are laid off, you can get a job fairly quickly, as I see with my other coworkers as well.
Hmm. So what I'm hearing you say is here in Silver Spring, Maryland, in the D.C.
The
metropolitan
DC area,
area,
yeah,
the job market seems to be much better than most places.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Especially in the government arena, if you have a clearance or you know how to recruit people with clearances, you're pretty much set.
Okay.
hmm
So how long have you been at your current position?
In my current position,
Mm-hmm.
about I started in March of this year, so
We're sitting here in your home, and you are a homeowner. At what point did you purchase this home and decide to purchase a home?
I actually purchased in January of 2010 when Obama was giving out the $8,000 tax credit. Um, I thought I didn't want a house, but I felt like I needed to buy at that time. And it turned out to be very beneficial as far as tax breaks, and I basically got the house for nothing. It was a foreclosure, I should say that.
Okay, yeah, that's
hmm
another one of the contributors to the recession that we've experienced, the falling of the housing market. There
Absolutely.
have been a lot of tax breaks and incentives for people to start buying again, and
hmm
pick the industry back up. It hasn't quite worked out yet.
I agree. Yes.
Now that you've bought your home, what are your feelings on being a homeowner in your decision?
It was difficult. I'm single, so when things break, I have to fix it or find a way to fix it by myself, and I have no previous experience. I grew up in Brooklyn in an apartment. I don't know how to change anything or do anything in this house, but I've been learning. And I think this experience in itself is going to help me a lot in the future, not only financially, but I just learned to do a lot of things on my own that I wouldn't necessarily have done had I not purchased this home. So I feel almost empowered. It feels good to, say you own a home, especially at my age. So overall, it's been a positive experience. It's been rough, but it's positive.
Okay. Well, our research indicates that minority men, particularly African American men in America, have been hit harder by the recession than African American women. This has had certain repercussions in the black community, in particular the home. We see a decline in marriage rates, an increase in divorce rates, and considering the fact that unemployment has been more of a problem amongst men than women, considering 4 out of 5 jobs that were lost during the recession were lost by men. Women are now becoming the breadwinners in households, and men are, I guess, oftentimes seen as inferior now. Because of their inability to support their homes and their families. You mentioned that you're single. Is this by choice? I mean, is this what I'm getting is what is your take on all this? How do you feel about this?
I think everything like this entire problem is very secular. It does affect me finding a mate, I'm sure. Like I said, I am college educated, I am professional, and I'm looking for the same thing in my husband. So this problem does not help. It actually compounds an already bigger problem. You all hear that there are no black men out there, and this is just making it worse, but no, I'm not single by choice. I just haven't found the right person, the person I'm looking for on my level, let's say.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And I think women have begun to feel superior to men because of their success in the economic realm. Education is always one of the biggest factors in economic success, and we see in universities sort of 60-40 split women to men as far as campus population. Women are also more likely to have graduate degrees than men, and you yourself are a holder of a master's. So I'm sure this makes it more difficult, especially if you intend to find an African American male. Has this problem amongst African American men in particular encouraged you to look outside of your race as far as a mate?
I am not there yet. I've heard that I should, be more open-minded, but I'm not there yet. I think in the African American community, we are all still looking for that black man who can be the head of the household and the leader. So I don't think as black women, we've made that shift to kind of accept a man who is not the breadwinner, or to look outside the race. It's still a very closed-minded view of what a husband should be. And I have that view as well, but I am trying to change. But when I picture my husband, he is the breadwinner, he is African American, and it's hard to stray from that. So I think that is the larger problem in the community as well.
Okay, so this is a bit of a paradigm that you're in. I mean, what is your opinion on it? Do you feel that it would behoove you to step outside of it for personal gain,
Yeah.
or?
Yeah.
Yes.
It would behoove me, yes.
It would.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because there's also another take that you would stay within it and encourage the advancement for the greater good, if that was what we're looking at.
The greater good of the African American community?
In general. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is.
Um,
Because what we're seeing is many women like yourself
mhm,
do stay in the mind frame that they would only choose an African American spouse,
mhm,
whereas African American men are much more likely to
absolutely.
look outside of their
Yeah,
race.
uh-huh.
So, considering this, is this a problem?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a problem. What the solution is, I don't know. It's about changing your mind frame. It's not just African American men. Every race, dates outside of their race. And African American women are the least likely to do so out of any race, gender, anything. So I don't know what exactly it is, but a solution would be to date outside of our race. It would help me out if other women did that. There'll be more black men for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it is.
Cancel out the competition.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think they should date outside their
A
race.
great recruiter.
But I don't know why it is the way it is. I don't know why I feel the way I feel. Like I'm just not attracted to other races, really.
Okay. Wow. That has been very insightful, Chanel. Is there anything else you would like to share with us about your experiences in the face of these series of recessions and your switching of jobs and so on?
No, I mean, in my professional life, basically all I've known is recession. I graduated in '05, and this is when I started working. I was laid off from my first real job, and twice since then. So it's just kind of the way of the world now. This is all I know. I've never been in a job for 15 years. I don't know, what that's like. So this is the new way of life.
Yeah, that certainly is a change. Our previous generations have experienced a lot of careers, stability in their jobs where they stay, from early adulthood up until retirement. What we found in our Y generation, if you will, is the inclination and preparation to switch jobs every couple of years.
Absolutely.
I won't go into
Okay.
too deeply into all
Okay.
of that. It's a bit off topic for us. But I think in especially a fast-paced area like DC Metro, we kind of all need to stay on point, as we say in the hood.
In the hood. Okay.
So, thank you very much, Chanel.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you,
Likewise.
and we hope to see you again sometime.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a follow-up next year,
Okay.
like a time capsule.
That's good. Okay.
That'll be nice.
That would be nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dynamic Current viewers. Hope to see you again soon. Daniel Hayes, signing off.